Has the answer of three true or false questions at random. Now, Tom obtained 2 marks for each correct answers and loses 1 mark for each wrong answers. Now, find the probability of each of the following events. Now, we're going to find out here what would be the numbers now. Okay, so to find out for right or wrong here, we're going to find out the correct answers with, we're going to denote that one with a C for the correct, and we're going to write W for the one. Now, 1 mark and 1 wrong. So let's write it out here. So for the correct answer would be C, in which that would be out plus 2 marks. All right. Now, for the wrong, for the wrong answer, we're going to write out for W for that one. So that's about -1 mark then. Okay. Now, let's go find out the total possible sample space for each of the answer now. Now, it says that since there are three questions and two choices, which is correct and wrong, or true or false, then for each there are about. So we can write it out here as are going to be out 2 out of 3 then, or which one is going to be 2 times 2 is equals to about 8 then. So there's about 8 possible outcomes for that. Now let's write out the sample space for that one. Okay, right. So we have for one, that would be C, or correct. Or for the answer for that one, let's see for the correct answers. Now, next one would be the two. So two would be C, C, W, correct and wrong, correct, wrong, correct, and wrong, correct. Okay, for the third one, we have correct, wrong, correct, wrong, and wrong, correct. And for the last one here, for number 4, we have wrong, wrong, wrong. Okay, now, so those are the answers we have. So that would shows at the 8. Now, let's try to find out the answer now here for the question number 1. Now, Tom obtains a total of -3 marks. Now, it says that to find out the combination of the yield of -3 marks, let's go try to show out the answer for that one. Okay. Now we're going to start with the wrong then. Okay. So since this one for the wrong then, we're going to write that as a wrong, in which we can write it out as -1 plus -1 plus -1. Now, this would be about the total of -3 marks then. Now, it only shows that there's only one of that in the table that we have then. That makes out that since it's only one favorable outcome, you know, so, so let's write it out then. So there's only about one about the full outcome. So that's going to write down here for the probability with which P is equals to 1 out of 8 then. Okay, so that is the answer for the 8. Now let's move on to the second one. Now the second one states that Tom obtained a total of 1 mark. Now let's look out here. Obtain out 1 mark then. Okay, so at least it says that obtain of 1 mark then. Now, since looking out, it looks like at the score of the remaining combinations then. Since it yields out 1 mark. Now, looking out here, we can conclude that starting with all the 1 mark is all in this part then, the CCW then, or one correct down. Now, let's try to find it out here since it only shows out all the numbers that we have here. It's only one mark. So the outcomes given that here we have a total. Let's count them. About one. There were about one, two, three. So there's about three of them here. So let's write it down here for B, in which we can write out the question. Sum obtain obtains total of of one mark then. Now, so the total for that one of one. Okay. Now for the total one mark then, total one mark. So let's write down here. We have the tables down. Then we have C W W. Okay, W C W and W W C then. Okay. So that's about 10 here, in which they have about 1, 2, and 3 then. Okay, so we find out there's about 3 of them for the favorable. So we're going to write that in here. Favorable outcome, outcome is equals to 3. Now let's go try it out here for our probability now here. So that's about 3 out of 8 then. Okay, so that's the answer for this one.